Dream Comic, July 25th, 2024. Magic cookies. Dead people and old people seem to be giving people gross, stale cookies. Some people feel weird about this due to the cookies being generally unpleasant, while others feel weird because the cookies don't fit their dietary restrictions. My girlfriend and I seem to be living with her cousins as we look into trying to improve the cookie recipe. Eventually, I decide to eat one of the cookies, and I discover that the cookies bestow powers to those that eat them. I have a false awakening within the dream and discover that items are missing in the apartment and the door is unlocked. Apparently, we don't live at the apartment anymore, and her cousin's dog seems to be with us and changing colors. Seeing the dog change colors is an extremely surreal experience. We shoo away the dog and are kicked out of the apartment by a wizard and his roommate who are moving in. We wander through the corridors of a warping event center and attend a number of parties. I discover a training camp where people are trying to learn how to be like me. I blend in just fine there, and I am considered a model student. Everything I am experiencing reminds me of a dream I feel like I've had before, but it seems as if the dream is becoming a reality. Everything feels hyper-realistic. I feel as if I am finally in the real world. I wonder if this was the power bestowed to me by the cookie. Dream Comic, July 26th, 2024. Bethel King. My dad is secretly a superhero. His arch-nemesis also has a son. We all meet up in our civilian identities, unaware of our alter egos. There is some new law that is important for everyone to know, so as a gift I give the villain's son a book about the new law. The villain and his son are quite uppity even as their civilian alter egos and show nothing but disdain for my gift. I retreat to my room to go play with my robot butler. My butler introduces me to a strange deck of cards that contain holographic information. I look at one of the cards and learn about a demon named Bethel. Apparently Bethel is connected to dreams and appoints people as the kings of dreams. Later, during a family trip to the store, I find myself in a playful chase with my brother and his friends. Despite the non-serious nature of the chase, I seem to be armed with a sword, flying around, and even destroying property. I am injured and frogs start jumping out of a green wound in my body. Rather than be afraid, I am mesmerized by the idea that I can somehow create life. The scene shifts to a man on crutches who is essentially being kicked out of a wedding due to a new law. The man tries to rush up a set of stairs and almost falls into a pit. The man is rescued, but in a fit of rage, he destroys the stairwell with the force of his crutches. Dream Comic, July 28th, 2024. Demon Sim. A being that reminds me both of an alien and a demon, explains to me aboard their ship that the world we live in is a computer simulation. The being explains that laws are constructs designed to restrict us that are ultimately unnecessary. The limitations of what someone can do are defined largely by their ability to adjust the simulation. This information makes sense to me, but others don't seem to respond well to it. A man with silver hair and blue eyes, wearing a purple jumpsuit, tries to battle the demon with blasts of purple energy. I am suddenly in a room watching the battle on my television, as if it were an episode of an anime that I had missed. I remember seeing my friend Hunter, who passed away a few years ago, but for some reason he wasn't wearing his glasses. I guess he doesn't need them anymore. I remember us talking, but I can't recall if it was about the past or the future. Dream Comic, July 29th, 2024. Soul Weapon.
A mad scientist has figured out how to grant people superpowers with a serum that they have concocted. They use their astounding invention to grant abilities to a team of freelance exterminators that specialize in catching critters rather than killing them. The team is dispatched to a tall wooden mansion to go catch a runaway ferret. Despite their best efforts, the team seems practically incapable of catching the ferret. Their continued attempts lead to the mansion sustaining more and more damage, to the point that the building starts to resemble a rundown haunted house. Days pass and eventually the ferret is discovered in the sewer beneath the mansion. Despite being a normal ferret, it has built up such a wild reputation that the heroes are too intimidated to try to catch it. The dream transitions to me riding in a self-driving car to go hang out with my brother. He calls me on the phone and says that we'll need to reschedule, as we're likely to get attacked by an enemy with a weaponized soul. I say that we should be able to beat anyone with our ability to combine our souls into a tribal warrior spirit.
Dream Comic, July 30th, 2024. Love and Time. I am on vacation alongside family and friends. My vacation is interrupted by a mad scientist with a time machine, who takes a few of us back in time to stop his past self from making a mistake. His past self in the original timeline had given himself powers and accidentally lashed out at the woman he loves. We were able to edit the timeline to defend his love from his past self's temporary monstrous transformation. When we return to the present, we are now allied with the love of the mad scientist who is a purple-haired woman who can teleport. Just when it seems like we're finally ready to relax, the woman is kidnapped by another duo of time travelers during a protest. This duo of time travelers seem to work for a corrupt corporation that creates steampunk power suits that allow them to alter their size and travel across space-time. Their power suit factories are polluting the environment, and in the future, the teleporter was responsible for getting the company shut down. No matter what we do, it seems like the mad scientist is destined to be kept away from his love.
Dream Comic, July 31st, 2024. Shadow Island. The world is a digital construct, and at times I can see the underlying wireframe that holds the world together. I am on a tropical island and my senses feel sharper than ever. I try to communicate the true structure of the world to other people, but they don't seem to believe me. There are horned, faceless, humanoid shadow creatures, and a large volcano in the center of the island. I find a strange pod that is half red and half white, with a single circular window in a crater. I feel like I arrived in this pod and that there is something alien about it. I start speaking aloud, but I don't understand the language that comes out of my mouth. The faceless beings gather round to listen to what I have to say. I feel proud to have gathered an audience, and I can sense that what I am saying is good. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.